Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakkhuranimiletam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manovistam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Soyam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanam Cha Tirupam Sagrajatam Sagana Shri Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Raitam Shri Visakhambitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaskute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sutta Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatribhasya Kurpa Sindhu Vaivacha Patitanam Pavanabhya Vaishnabhya Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pasat Desatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, welcome to the Kartik special lecture series, day 2. So today we are going to discuss about the glories of Kartik month and essence of Damodar month. So it's a everyday's Kartik meditation and Hari Katha. So to start with the specialness of Kartik month. So Kartik month is most purest of all pure. It's most auspicious month because this month has been described in Skanda Purana, Padma Purana, and also mentioned in Hari Bhakti Vilas by Sanatan Goswami as Nasama Kartika Masa. There is no, out of 12 months, there is no such month like Kartik. It's so auspicious, so purest. It's like a whatever you do in this month, like buy one, get all free. Prabhupada used to say that it's like a store which is having a sale, bumper sale. Sometimes we have a store like Christmas sale and some New Year sale and so on and so forth. Buy one, get one free. But in this Kartik month, buy one, get all free. Even the liberation is free also. It's such a auspiciousness. It is compared to like this, just like a out of all juga, kirtena sama juga. There is no juga like Satya Juga. And there is no Shastra like Veda. Vedas. And also there is no pilgrimage places like Ganges, Mother Ganges, River Ganges. So similarly, this Kartik month is very, very auspicious month. There's a Padma Purana, there's a beautiful story in this regard to establish the fact that how glorious this month is. One mouse in a Vishnu temple, in Padma Purana it is described, in a Vishnu temple there is a mouse. And he used to eat the ghee of extinguished arati, aratika, extinguished plate of arati. One time he was very hungry, and this is during the Kartik month. What happened? He went and he wanted to eat the ghee, but that time this ghee lamp is not extinguished. It was still, flame was there. So the flame is caught in the teeth. And he was jumping before the deities and died. And because that jumping of the deity is considered like offering a lamb to the deity. So Krishna and Vishnu is very merciful. And that mouse got the liberation, not the human birth. He got the liberation. He did not go under the cycle of evolution process of coming to human birth, then executing the devotion, then go back to Godhead. No. He went back. So whole idea is that our aim of life, as Prahlad Maharaj say, to go back to Godhead. It is stated in the beautiful verses we can see here that Prahlad Maharaj is speaking. Whole idea of observing this Kartik month, something different than just offering the lamb. Whole idea of this month is to bring us back to Godhead, bring us close to Krishna. Prahlad Maharaj said with beautiful verses that human form of life, the aim of the human form of life is to go back to Godhead. The human form of life affords one a chance to return home back to Godhead. Therefore, every living entity, especially in human form of life, must engage in devotional service to the lotus feet of the Lord. This devotional service is natural because Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the most beloved, the master of the soul, the well-wisher of all other living. Beautiful verses. Very, very relevant to the story of the mouse who got liberated just by the offering the lambs, indirectly. So Krishna wants, desire the conditioned soul who is torn away from him and suffering in this material world, return to Godhead, return to him. Therefore, and only way to that, executing devotional service. And this month is meant for that, to deepening our love and devotional service. Not only is it affords or it rewards materially, that is not the actual things. Real thing of Kartik month or Damodar month, to invoke this devotional service, to awakening, to deepen and awaken our devotional service. By dint of that devotional service, we can go back to Godhead. That is the glories of Kartik month. How devotional service is very potent. So potent that the Supreme Controller, who cannot be even controlled by anybody, including Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, everybody. Everybody is worshipping at his lotus feet. That Supreme Controller who is controlling everything in the three world. Nothing is beyond his control. And that personality, he is under the control of a devotee's love. That is Damodar Lila. That is the essence of Damodar Lila. It is stated by Sukadev Goswami that what is this essence of Damodar Lila? The beautiful verses from 10th canto. Evam sandastita yajna harina vrittavashyata swavasenepi krishnena jaschadam sesavaram vase. So in these beautiful verses, O Maharaj Parikshit, this entire universe with great exalted demigods like Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, Lord Indra is under the control of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yet the Supreme Lord has one special transcendental attribute. He comes under this control of his devotee. This was now exhibited in Krishna in this pastime. Krishna in his plenary person, एकप्यसो रचयिताम जगदंड कोटि खिस्तिरस्ति जगदंड छयांदंत हंडांतरस्त परमाणु छयांतरस्तम गोविंदमादि पुरुषम तमाम बदामि. In his plenary person as Paramatma, Super Soul, he is controlling all the deities, all the demigods, including Lord Shiva, Brahma, Lakshmi, everything. That personality is coming under the control of somebody. It looks like apparent contradiction. No. Actually, he is not coming under the control of devotee, under control of the devotee is pure love. Devotee is pure love. He's so much, he's so much desire to be loved. So much, he wants our love. He's so much attracted to the love. Krishna Bhakti Akarsani. Therefore, this special month is not designed by us, but designed by the Lord himself. So that we perform even little bit of devotional service. It will brings us, greatly brings us close to the Lord. That is whole idea of this month. And this Damodar Leela, essence of Damodar Leela. Krishna is not hungry. The whole Damodar Leela is based on the beautiful transcendental pastime of the Lord. And Yashoda Maya, one day, there's a beautiful verses, it is stated in 10:9, the first verses, that how the Damodar Leela, there's so many lessons from the Damodar Leela. Ekada grihada sisu Yashodananda gehini karmantarani kasu nirmanta soyam dadhi. Sukadev Goswami is elaborating this very enduring pastime, very sweet pastime of the Lord. One day when Mother Yashoda saw that all the maid servants were engaged in other household affairs, she personally began to chant the Jagat. While chanting, she remembered the childhood past activities of Krishna in her own way. She composed song and enjoyed singing of herself, singing to herself about all those activities. So this happened on the day of Deepavali. So Yashoda was thinking that everybody is complaining, oh, Krishna is stealing butter. He is a very butter thief. Makhan chor. Vraje prasiddham navanita choram gopanganannam chagu. She is a very butter thief. He is always getting the complaint for the neighbors from the gopis that he is stealing. So she thought that maybe this maid servant, they are churning butter. They were not putting so much, devotion by churning butter. So Krishna maybe do not like it. So she herself wanted to do the churning of the butter for Krishna. And during that time, she was glorifying, singing the childhood activities. That is the very good lesson that whatever the activities you do, at the same time, you always glorify the Lord. The Krishna Katha is very important because that Hari Katha will sprouts up the devotional service. Vasudev say that Jasyang Bhai Sriyamanayam Krishna Parama Purushe Bhakti Utpadate Punsam Soko Moho Bhayo Upaya. Simply by once giving oral reception to the Vedic literature, the feeling for loving devotional service to Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, sprouts up at once to extinguish the fire of lamentation. So this is very, very important point. Because without hearing Krishna Katha, one cannot sprout up the devotional service. Therefore, devotees are very much interested to hear the pastime of the Lord. We will be more and more attracted to the Lord. And this, therefore, gopis, when Krishna left him, gopis could not do anything. They were so much in separation that Krishna left him in the middle of the Rasa Leela. The only solution to bring Krishna, they were singing Tabakata Amrutam Tapta Jivanam Kaviviriditanam Kalmasa Upahan. The beautiful song they are singing, very nice, Gopi Gita. Yesterday was actually Sarat Purnima, so they have Rasa Leela, Sarat Purnima. So here the gopis are singing Tabakata Amrutam Tapta Jivanam Kaviviriditanam Kalmasa Upaham. Sravan Mangalam Simadatam Bhuri Grinanti Bhurida Janah. Taba Katha Amrutam. Your Katha is like Amrutam. Amrutam. It gives the life. Tapta Jivanam. Tapta Jivanam means who is suffering from burning of material existence. Nectar of your words and description of your activity are the life and soul, those who are suffering in this material world. Burning, that burning can be different degree. Somebody is burning, break up with beloved. Somebody is burning because of financial issue. Somebody is burning due to somebody died. Somebody is burning of disease. The burning is different degree. All kind of burning can be mitigated by simply hearing Tava Katha Amrutam Tapta Jivanam. Tapta means burning. This material world, we are all burning by so much misery. Soka na ocean of misery, not a drop of misery. We all are burning. Just different degree of burning. The narration transmitted by Lornet says eradicated one sinful reaction, bestow good fortune upon whoever hears them. So on account of our karma, we are suffering, we are burning, we are burning in this material existence, fire of material existence. Sansara daba nalanaladi nalalilala. This is like sansara, the ocean of, forest fire, material existence like forest fire. Nobody goes and leads the fire in the forest. It automatically, because the intrinsic nature of this material world is full of misery. Dukkha layam asasukam. Full of misery. Soko, moho, bhaya, all the things. So here it is, gopis are praying that tabakathamrutam tapta jivanam. Kabibiriritam kalmasa upaham. All this kalmasa inauspiciousness, that will be eradicated at once by simply hearing the Krishna Katha, the word and description of Katha. When we say Krishna Katha, Prabhupada say Krishna Katha is two types, spoken by Krishna, Bhagavad Gita, and Krishna about Krishna, spoken about Krishna, Bhagavatam, the classic Srimad Bhagavatam. This narration broadcast all over the world filled with spiritual power. It has got so potency that those who spread the message are most munificent. Huridaganaha. They are very, very munificent who spread, because this is the medicine to all our diseases, all our miseries, all our problems of life. Therefore, Krishna is enacting all the pastime for one purpose. Otherwise, he does not have to come here and enact all the pastime. Brahma said that, my Lord, you have nothing to do with material existence. Why you are coming? To give us pleasure. We are burning. Tabakathamrutam tapta jivanam. Taptam is actually called burning. Therefore, Brahmaji is praying very nice prayer in these beautiful verses, that Krishna, what is the reason that you are coming here? Prapancham nisprapanchapi bijam vayasi bhutale prapanna janathananda sandaham pratitam prabhu. So Brahmaji here praying, my dear master, although you have nothing to do with material existence, no. You come to this earth, imitate material life just to expand the varieties of ecstatic enjoyment for your surrendered devotees. People are burning. To give them pleasure, you have come. That is your mercy. It's a merciful concession from the Lord that He is coming, enacting all these very, so many transcendental, wonderful pastimes, revealing His kingdom, His forms, His pastime, His paraphernalia, His entourage, to attract us towards Him. This is the only sole purpose. Lord is extremely merciful. Otherwise, a Supreme Lord, the Supreme Controller, so basaha, He cannot be controlled by anybody other than Himself. But that Swarat, the so basaha, become Bhutta basaha. That personality who cannot be controlled, supremely independent, supreme controller, he becomes controlled by his servant, by his devotee, only to give pleasure. This is a reciprocation of living entity, because we are part and parcel. The reciprocation of the law. That is the only purpose. With one more verses from Brahmaji, they revealing that how Krishna is so merciful of enacting this pastime like Damodara Lila. In this month also there are so many festivals. We will go through all the festivals. Anugrahaya bhaktanam manusim deha astitah bhajate tadris krida yasrutta tutaparo bhavet. When the Lord assumes a human-like body to show mercy to his devotees, he engages in such pastime as will attract those who hear about them and to become dedicated to him. This is the, see how merciful. To show mercy, anugrahaya. Anugrahaya means to show mercy to his devotees. He engaged in such pastime like Damodar Lila, Govardhan Lila, so many activities, so that we hear and attracted to him, the wonderful activities of the Lord. That is whole idea. So, therefore, you should hear always Krishna Katha. That is the only medicine for all. Nirvitat Sairupagiyama Bhavo Sudo Bhava Sudo Bhavasagar. We are tapta means we are born in this material existence, undergoing repeated birth, death, repeated miseries. That will be extinguished by hearing Krishna Katha. It is stated in 12th canto also. Very nice, 2-3 verses is very, very beautiful. Words that do not describe transcendental personality of Godhead, but instead deal with temporary matters are simply false and useless. Only those words that manifest transcendental quality of Supreme Lord are actually truthful and auspicious and pious. The next verses is saying very nicely that how the word describing the glories of all famous personality of Godhead are attractive, very attractive. Krishna Katha is so attractive. A person who has no taste for hearing, but by hearing childhood pastime, he will develop the taste. That is spoken by Parikit Maharaj. I will show the verses. Releasable is very, very releasable. Ever fresh. It's not like newspaper or story, fiction story, Harry Potter. One time, two time you read, you don't feel like it's just stale. You don't like it repeatedly. Law of saturations. But Krishna's everything is Navanava Ruchiram. Everything is fresh. Indeed, such words are perpetual festival for the mind, the dry of the ocean of misery. Every year we are celebrating. Every year we are continuously reading Damodara Lila. Still we are feeling, oh, as if I am first time hearing. We are releasable, still want to hear. Why? Because Krishna is always fresh. Navajovanam, his face, everything is fresh about Krishna. And very sweet, attractive, releasable. And not only that, it dry up ocean of misery. Tava kathamrutam tapta jivanam. All this tapta jivanam, burning material existence can be extinguished. All our misery, ocean of misery can be extinguished. Therefore, we come back to the verses of Damodar Lila. Therefore, Dusudamaya is herself, Radhimanthani, herself turning the butter or yogurt for Krishna and remembering all this childhood pastime. All the childhood pastime. I forget to show you another verses where Parikit Maharaj is speaking that how the childhood pastime is so attractive. Even a person who is not interested, he will also get interested. In Parikit say, my Lord, Sukadev Goswami, all various activity executed by the incarnation of Supreme Personality of Godhead are certainly pleasing to the ear and to the mind. Simply by one's hearing of this activity, the dirty thing in one's mind immediately vanishes. Generally, we are reluctant to hear. Nobody hearing Krishna Katha going on. Generally, we are reluctant to hear about the activities of the Lord. But Krishna's childhood activities are so attractive that they are automatically pleasing to the mind and ear. Those one's attachment for hearing about material thing, which is root cause of our material existence, vanishes. Our root cause of material existence is hearing about all other things other than Krishna activities, Krishna Katha. Therefore, he is bonding us, thinking of, because at the time of death, the psychological condition determines your next body. So always we are hearing about Bollywood, Hollywood, Tollywood, cricket, these, that. So at the time of death, we remember them and we will get the material body accordingly. Sometimes up, sometimes down. If we think of tiger, we become a tiger. We think of a wife, we will become a cockroach. So different, according to our desire, psychological condition. But if we hear everyday Krishna Katha, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, so our mind is filled with Krishna Katha. There is no chance for anybody, any other Katha to trespass. Because wherever Krishna Katha, there cannot be Maya. Krishna Surya Sama Maya Andhakar. Jaha Krishna, taha nahi Maya Radhikara. There is no question of any rubbish things because our mind is filled already. No space. Just like in computer, they say no space in the hard disk. So no space in the mind for rubbish thing if it is filled with Krishna Katha. So what happened? It will be at this time of death, we will remember Krishna and quit the body, go back to Godhead. That is whole idea. That is the final stage, final exam. Final exam. Therefore, it is stated here, one gradually develops devotional service to the Supreme Lord, attachment for Him, friendship with devotee who give you the contribution of Krishna consciousness. If you think it is fitting, kindly speak about those activities. See, Parikit Maharaj is very nicely speaking that please speak about the Krishna childhood pastime. It's very enduring. And so we go to the next verses. Dressed in a saffron yellow sari with a belt tied about full his mother Josepha pull on churning rope, laboriously considerably. Her bangles swaying, moving, vibrating, her whole body is shaking because of intense love for a child. Of breast were wet with milk, her face with his very beautiful eyebrow was wet with perspiration. Malati flowers were falling from the hair. So this is every Bhagavatam verses is full of lessons. If you read Bhagavatam as a story like children, it's an entertainment. If you read Bhagavatam, study Bhagavatam as an information, it is like an enlightenment. But if you study Bhagavatam as a wisdom, it is realizes. So much lesson. This verses say that Yashoda Maya is laboriously doing service for Krishna. Therefore, the perspiration, wet with perspiration. He was so much with love for Krishna. This is the way the devotee should execute devotional service. Sincerity is the key to success. You have to sincerely to perspire for Krishna service. You cannot be so complacent, okay, whatever I do. No. We have to be very sincere, laboriously, with perspiration. Then it will draw the attention of Krishna. Then Krishna will come under control. There is a 2-inch shot when Yashoda Maya bound Krishna and he trying to bind Krishna with ropes. But every time she bind, the ropes become short of 2 fingers or 2-inch. In Krishna book, it says that 2-inch. Bhagavatam 2 fingers, angula. Because ancient time they measure the fingers as an inch, like 2 fingers from thumb finger from top to bottom 1 inch. So 2 finger means 2 inch. So why 2 inch? Yashoda Maya borrowed so many ropes and trying to bind Krishna, but every time it was short of 2 inch. Why 2 fingers short? Because the two Vishwanath Chakravarti in his commentary, Sarata Darsanitika, Srimad Bhagavatam, he has given this beautiful thing that the 2-inch first 1 finger short represents our perspiration, our parishrama, our labor, our endeavor. Second finger short is Krishna's mercy. If we have 2 things, you can capture Krishna. Very, very instructive lesson from Acharya. They are like CCTV. You see, Sukadev Goswami is like a CCTV. He knows that how he can see and vision. Yashoda Maya is wearing a low sari. How much they are like a CCTV camera. They can see the pastimes. Just like Sanjaya envisioned the battlefield of Kurukshetra was going on and giving the live commentary to his master, Dhritarashtra, to King Dhritarashtra, blind king. Similarly, here, the acharyas were very, very like a CCTV camera. They see the activities, envision the activities, visualize it, and presenting, just like Satyavarta Muni. He is not concocting. He's saying that how the pastime is going on, and he's writing poem glorifying the Lord. Namami Soram Sachi Dananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamana. He sees the Lasat Kundalam, the beautiful earrings. Jasoda Viyuluka Ladhavamanam. How Krishna is peering, how he's running. Everything the Acharya sees. They were so powerful. So here it is very important thing. We have to parishrama. Parishrama means perspirations, not that so complacency. Oh, Krishna service, we can do something. What is there? No, we have to be sincere. Sincerity is very, very important. Yashoda Maya is teaching us that how to do for Krishna. Then, while Mother Yashoda was churning butter, Lord Krishna, desiring to drink the milk of her breast, appeared before her, and in order to increase her transcendental pleasure, he caught hold of churning rod and began to prevent her from the churning. This is beautiful. See, everything is, as I told you, everything is a lesson. Krishna is not poor. Like a poverty-stricken, he want to drink the breast milk of Yashoda Maya. Do you think that Krishna is poverty-stricken? He does not have butter. He does not have milk. Sata saharsa Lakshmi Sambrahma Sebyamanam Govindamadi Purusam Tamaham Vadam. The beautiful verses. Tintamani Prakara Sadma Sukalpa Vritya Laksa Bhutesu Suravera Vipalayantam Lakshmi Saharsa Satasam Brahma Sebyamanam Govindamadi Purusam Tamaham. Krishna is not poor. Isavastam idam sarvam. Everything belongs to, everything is the property of Krishna. He is supremely rich. Aishwaryasya samagrasya. Satasarsa Lakshmi. They are serving Krishna with very attention. Thousands of Lakshmi. But still, as if like he is poverty stricken, he wants the milk of Yashoda Maya. It is not that he is poverty, but it is the love, reciprocation of the love. Who can be mother of Krishna? Krishna is the Anadir Adir Govindam. He is Anadir Adiri. But in order to reciprocate with motherly love, he comes down and enact pastime. Ananda Chinmaya Patita Vistavita Vira Eva Nijarupataya Kalapi Goloka Eva Nivasati Akilatma Bhutam Govindamadi Purusam Tamaham Vadami. Brahma Samhita addresses, answer all this contradiction, all this enigma. Why the Supreme Controller is controlled? Why the Supreme Controller is stealing butter as if he is a thief, or as if he does not have butter? He is poverty stricken. No, he is not poverty stricken. Ham sarvasya prabha matah sarvam pravatate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita. She is the Supreme Controller, everything emanates, spiritual, material. But he is poverty stricken of the love, reciprocation of the love with devotee. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa, to increase this pleasure, transcendental pleasure of loving reciprocation with his devotees, pure devotees. Lord, when Lord wants to be chastised, he cannot be chastised in Vaikuntha because he is the Supreme Controller. So he has to enact this Damodar pastime to be chastised. He has to be chastised by his pure love. That is Damodar Lila. There's a very nice verses in CC Krishna himself said. We can understand by this sloko that what is called Damodar Lila, essence of Damodar Lila. Why it's not coming? A beautiful verses. मोर पुत्र मोर सखा मोर प्राणपति এই ভাবে যেই মোর করে শুদ্ধ ভক্তি আপনাক বড় মানে আমার সমহীন সেই ভাবে ওই আমি তাহার অধীন. So if one cherishes pure loving devotion to me, thinking of me as his son, his friend, or his beloved, regarding himself as a great, considering me as equal or inferior, I become subordinate. Krishna cannot be subordinate by anyone. But if somebody is thinking that, oh, Krishna is very, just like Yashoda Maya. Yashoda Maya is not thinking the greatness, how great Krishna is, but how greatly Krishna is dependent on him. If he cannot eat, he become weak and die. Yashoda Maya thinking like that. If he is not disciplined, he will be spoiled. So in this way, Yashoda Maya is chastising Krishna, controlling Krishna. Here the greatness of Krishna is eclipsed by his sweetness. That is Damodar Lila. Because the pure devotees, they have a spontaneous love for Krishna. Because greatness of the Krishna, if you know, aware of the greatness of Krishna, it will inhibit the flow of the Lord. Therefore, Lord himself concealed his greatness. In Vrindavan, nobody say Krishna is supreme. Nobody consider and nobody knows also. Yashoda Maya thinking Krishna is my son. Gopi is thinking he is my beloved. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. That personality whose the dust of his lotus feet sought by the Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, so many yogis, but that personality is asking Radharani, Dehi pada pallava mudaram, mama mandam, what is that? Mama mandam, mama sarira mandanam, Dehi pada pallava mudaram. That Krishna is telling to Radharani, please kindly allow me to put your feet on my head. This contradiction. The elderly gopis is telling Krishna, you want butter? Then you dance 5 minutes. Then Krishna dances, they say that it's not good. Again you dance. In this way, they're making 30 minutes dancing. Krishna is dancing 30 minutes for the sake of little butter. Who is the supreme controller, supreme proprietor? This contradiction only happen in Vrindavan with his pure devotee. When Lord wants to be chastised, he comes under his control of his devotees, pure devotees, like Mother Yashoda. He cannot be chastised in Vaikuntha. He has to come down his position. That is called Krishna Lila. That is called Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Patita Avistavi. When Lord wants to enjoy, he cannot enjoy any Tom, Dick and Harry like it. He has to enjoy it pure devotee, reciprocate the love. Very nicely. When devotional service executed some material, this purport is very, very good. Sorry. Charger have to connect. This purport is very, very nice. That how sometimes the Mayavadis, Prabhupada say very nicely. Sometimes the Mayavadi, they think that they want to be more with Krishna, they want to be equal with Krishna. But devotee, our Vaishnava philosophy, devotees are greater than Krishna. One time Prabhupada, one of the person came to Prabhupada can you make me Krishna? Krishna, Prabhupada said, I cannot make you Krishna, but I can make you greater than Krishna. How? He is showing that. So Jasodamaya is running after Krishna. Krishna is God. Krishna is fearful. Who is controlling? Jasodamaya is controlling. And that is the anomaly. That is the contradiction. Apparent contradiction only happens with his devotees. Krishna himself say that here, that if somebody thinking that I am inferior or equal, then I love to become sober. I become subordinate to him. And that can only happen when the awareness of greatness is eclipsed by the awareness of sweetness. And that only happens when you develop this spontaneous love, like Jasodamaya and all. Initially, we should know two things: awareness of his greatness, awareness also his sweetness. Awareness of greatness invokes subordination. That is the primary stage, preliminary stage. When it gets matured, it becomes a awareness of sweetness, spontaneous love. Otherwise, how it is possible that Krishna is waking up and he wants milk from Mother Jasoda, as if he is very poverty and hungry? No. His punnam, om punnam adam, punnam idam, punnam vasishyate. Udichyate punnasya punnamadaya punnameva vasishyate. So let's go back to the 10th canto. This Jasodamaya is now, Krishna already wake up. Then Jasodamaya is now, the next verses is how Jasodamaya is reciprocating, The next verses is that while Mother Jasoda was churning butter, Lord Krishna, desiring to drink milk, appeared before her in order to increase her transcendental pleasure. He caught hold the churning rod, began to prevent him from churning. So Krishna is persistence. I want milk. Stop, mother. What are you doing? I am hungry now. That's all. Krishna is showing his tantrum. But Mother Jasoda also, pure devotee, they also show the tantrum. Mother Jasoda then embraced Krishna, allow him to sit down on her lap, and began to look upon the face of the Lord with great love and affection. Because of her intense affection, milk was flowing from her breast. When she saw that milk pan on the oven was boiling over, she immediately left her son to take care of the overflowing milk, although the child was not yet fully satisfied with drinking the milk of his mother's breast. So Krishna was, you see the difference. Every verses is very important. Putana came to breastfeed, although Putana has intention is very atrocious. He put all this Kalakuta Bisa, the poison on the breast in order to kill. Still Krishna, because his whatever this internal intention, negativity, but Krishna took the positive side because Putana externally came as a motherly affection. Externally, he was come as a motherly affection to breastfeed Krishna. And Krishna took that positive side. Although pretentiously he comes, he came to Krishna to breastfeed him. But internally, his intention was very atrocious. She wanted to kill Krishna. But Krishna took the positive side and gave her the status of mother in Goloka Vrindavan. Aho bakiyam tanakal kutam jigham sayapayasapi leve gatim dhatrim uchitam tatanyam kam madayalam sararam raja. The beautiful verses say that Krishna is so merciful. Even the Putana, like such a atrocious, such a witch, abominable, very, abominable witch. She came very unfaithful. She came to Krishna externally as a mother, internally as a witch to kill Krishna. But Krishna took the positive side, gave her the status of mother. Now, what is the point is here? What is the status of Mother Jasoda? He says, out of love, his breast milk is overflowing, flowing automatically. What is their status? What is their glories? What is their fate? Those who so much with intense love, breastfeeding Krishna. Try to understand these gopis, gopas and all. How they glorious they are, how they great. Try to understand that. with devotion somebody approach to Krishna, what kind of benefit, benediction he can get, what kind of status one can get. If Putana is getting such a status of mother in Goloko with that atrocious intention of killing Krishna, therefore Brahma was bewildered. I cannot understand you, Krishna. I cannot understand you. You are so merciful. Aho bhagyam, Nanda Gopa Bridanukasam, Yam Mitram Paramanandam, Punna Brahma Sanatanam. How great this Brajavasis, the Yashoda Maya, the Supreme Lord, Punna Brahma Sanatana, this Bhagavan, Supreme Lord, Supreme Bhagavan, coming and playing with them, reciprocating their love. That is called Krishna. That is called transcendental attribute of Krishna. This is beautiful verses. How Yashoda Maya is overflowing with love by breastfeeding Krishna. And at the same time, there is one more thing is important here. So, Yashoda Maya always very much, it is stated that one of the verses from Uddhava Gita, Krishna says the best of the things should be given to Krishna. So the best of the milk from a cow called Padma Gandha, they were very good, like Jersey and very sweet. Their milk is very sweet. So Yashoda Maya was hitting that milk, thinking that Krishna is stealing the butter, stealing the milk from the neighborhood. So let me give the best of the thing. That is called Padmagandha cow. So on a pan, he is boiling that milk, and it was about to overflow. Then Yashoda Maya stopped in the middle of breastfeeding, went to attend this boiling milk pan. This next verses we can see how, being very angry, biting his reddish lips, his teeth, Krishna with false tears in his eyes broke the container of yogurt with a piece of stone. Then he entered the room, began to eat the freshly churned butter in solitary. So when Yashoda Maya in the middle of the breastfeeding, she went to attend both her devotional service. Prabhupada has written a very nice purport. So if somebody is engaged with more than one service, one has to prioritize. Yashoda Maya prioritized this milk, attending the milk, then breastfeeding. So Prabhupada said that one has to consult with spiritual master to know the prioritize if one is having more than one service. One service, it is fine. We can attend exclusively for that service. But somebody is preaching, somebody is doing some other work. Which one is better? Which one is prioritized? Not better, prioritized. Because both are better. Both are devotional service. Yashoda Maya is both the Krishna, he is hitting the milk, Padmagandha, for Krishna only. In breastfeeding also for Krishna, but prioritize. So when Yashoda failed to prioritize for the sake of boiling pain, he prioritized other service than Krishna's breastfeeding. Therefore, Krishna was very angry. What is this? How can you leave me in the middle of these things? Is there anything more priority than me? No. So actually, both are service. Prioritize is to be consulted with devotees, with Prabhupada, spiritual master, which is my prioritizer service. That is very important to know. So Krishna was very falsely angry because he was to enact this pastime of Damodara Lila. He wants to be chastised by Krishna, by his mother, because nobody chastised, and he desired to be chastised. No, I want to chastise. Nobody chastised him. He is the supreme controller. Nobody is greater than him. In Vaikuntha, everybody is awe and reverence, sir. All the demigods are always bowing down. Nobody is there to chastise. So when he desires to be chastised, he created these pastimes, Damodar Lila. Try to understand. When Lord desires to be chastised, and he creates these Damodar pastimes, enacted these Damodar pastimes. Mother Josoda, after taking down the hot milk from the oven, returned to the churning spot. When he saw that container of yogurt was broken and that Krishna was not present, she concluded that the breaking of the pot was the work of Krishna. So Krishna made a mess of all the things. Break the pot. Anyway, he's very good butter thief. He knows the all tips and tricks and traps how to do all the things. Mess up. He used to go to neighbor Gopi's house to steal. Sometime he saw that, you know, they were putting on the very high ceiling where Krishna, even after, you know, all the trees cannot reach, he will break the pots and come out. Sometimes what he used to do, pinch the child and child will cry. Then he comes out. Sometimes he urinated in the house of the gopis. So this kind of mischief Krishna used to do. Lot of mischief. So Krishna again did the same thing with Yashoda Maya. Krishna at that time was sitting on an upside down wooden mortar for grinding spices and was distributing milk preparations such as yogurt, butter to monkeys as he liked. Because of having stolen, he was looking all around with great anxiety, suspecting that he might be chastised by his mother. Mother Josoda, upon seeing him, very cautiously approached him from behind. So Krishna left that place and went to another room, and where the butters are hanging from sill. And from he took stole all the butters and distributing also, like prasadam. Krishna is teaching also, like prasadam. So this is our teaching lesson. We should not take yourself. We should distribute prasadam to every prasadam. Vishnu prasadam should be distributed. So Krishna is taking, and the remnant is distributing with monkeys. At the same time, she is fearful. See, that is a beautiful thing. A person, even the Jamaraj is fearing of Krishna. All the demigods, sun, moon, Agni, fire, everybody is fearing of Krishna. But that personality who is feared by fear personified, like Yamaraj, he is now fearing of Jasoda. His anxiety if Jasoda Maya may be chastise him. This is called Damodara Lila. Apparent contradiction in every step, every action. There's a beautiful verses, in this regard. मदभयात् बाति बातयम् मदभयात् सूर्यस्तपति मदभयात् वर्षतीन्द्र धयति अग्नि मुत्तुश्चरति मदभयात्. It is because my supremacy that the wind blows out of fear of me, the sun shines out of fear of me, the Lord of the clouds, Indra, sent forth showers out of fear of me, fire burns out of fear of me, and death goes about tucking a toll out of fear of me. So out of fear of Krishna, the sun rises, death goes, fire burns, wind blows. That personality, all the demigods are fearful. There's so many other verses as that. All these people are very fear of Krishna. There's a beautiful verses in this regard in so many other places, that how all the demigods, out of fear, Supreme Personality of God, a river flows, ocean never overflows. Out of fear of Him only does fire burns, does earth, and does the earth with its mountain not sink in the water of universe. See, everybody is fearing Krishna. Out of fear of Godhead, the trees, creepers, herbs, seasonal plant, flower, bloom, fructify in each in its own season. Everything in this world is fear of Krishna. Therefore, the sun never rises, sun never comes close to, sun never deviates from the orbit because of out of fear from Krishna. Even the great personality like Brahma and all, they also fear. They also fear. What to speak about others? They also fear of Krishna. Here it is stated that in all planetary system from heavenly to hellish, for all great demigod who live for 1000 yoga cycle, there is a fear of me in my form of time. Everybody, including Brahma. But that personality who is feared by all the demigods, all living entities, even the fear personified Jamaraj, he is now fearing of Jasodamaya. That is called apparent contradiction. That is called Damodara Lila. That is only happen possible with pure devotee. He cannot be feared by Tom, Dick, and Nori, only pure devotee. Let's go back to the verses. So when Krishna saw his mother is approaching, and the mother saw Krishna, he approaching very, very cautiously. Lord Krishna saw his mother stick in his hand. He very quickly got down from the top of the motor, began to flee as if very much afraid. Although yogis tried to capture him as a Paramatma by meditation, desiring to enter into the effulgence of the Lord with great austerity and penance, they failed to reach him. But Mother Josoda, thinking that same personality of God as Krishna to be her son, began following Krishna to catch him. Beautiful verse. From Garjantam to Rudantam, Satyavarta Muni very nicely said that Jasoda Viul Kaladhavamanam, out of fear from Jasoda Maya, he is running. Rudan. So how he is running? He is running out of fear. Garjantam is Narsingavatara. Garjantam Gajayantam Nijabuja Patalam Swatayantam Hatayantam Rupayantam Tapayantam Divividityam Kyapantam Kundantam Rasayantam Skatam. Divividityam Punnas. Lord is coming as Garjantam, so much roaring like a lion, so much fearful incarnation as Nasima. When he comes out from the pillar, he roars like a lion, is like Garjan roaring. Everybody's fear, as if there is a pralaya, devastation. Brahma, everybody, Lord Shiva, everybody is thinking that there is a pralaya, untimely devastation. That Garjantam Nasima incarnation, here Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, become Rudantam. He is now crying, he is of fear. He is running out of fear. So it's like Garjantam to Rudantam. That God, that Supreme same Lord, is sometimes he's like fearsome and sometimes he's crying. That is his transcendental reciprocation with devotees. Sometimes for devotee like Prahlad to protect, he become Garjantam like Narasimhadev. Sometimes to reciprocate the mother's love, he become Rudantam, crying. Rudantam Muhun Netra Yagmam Rudantam. One more point. He's running. He's running. He's a great runner. Who can defeat the run Krishna? There's a beautiful things given in Ishopanishad 1.4. Sorry, Ishopanishad the 4th verses. It is stated here that this is a race, transcendental race between Mother Jasoda and Krishna. And Krishna is the topmost racer. It is stated in Ishopanishad that although fixed in his abode, the personality of Godhead, swifter than mine, can overcome all others running. He is the supreme champion of running. The powerful demigods cannot approach him. Although in one place he controls those who supply the air, rain, he surpasses all in excellence. So he is a great racer, great runner. Nobody can surpass. The yogis, they are trying to catch him. There's a beautiful verses from Brahma Samhita. He said that this verse is called what is that? Beautiful verses. Forget 5:38, I think. No. His verses. He said that. Manasa Punipungabanam. Sopasthyatis Prapasimni Avichintatata Govinda Madipurusam Tamaham Bhajami. Let's see these verses. It is stated that Krishna, the yogis are there praying millions of years. Ichhanurupa pijasya suchestata govindam. So they are so much praying millions of years, and they are in the speed of the mind. Vayu rathapi manasa munipangapanam. Like the speed of air and speed of mind. Still they cannot capture. But here Josodamaya, therefore the Brahma Samhita, those who are studying without any application, useless. They do not know where to apply the Brahma Samhita. So Krishna is Manasa Pungi Munipangavanam. All this Muni, they're traveling in the speed of Pantastu Koti Satavasara Sampragamya. Vayu Rathapi Manasa Munipangavanam. Swapasthasti Prapada Vichinta Tattva Govindam. Pantastu Koti. The traveling in the speed of mind and air still cannot capture even millions of years. But Josodamaya easily can capture. He is attempting to catch. That is this reciprocation of the Lord. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa. Let's go back to this. What is the next happening with this Damodara Lila? So he do not know Josodamaya, the greatness of Krishna, where this Isopanishad is telling that he is the supreme runner. And Brahma Samhita say that nobody can catch him, even though they travel in the speed of mind. Without knowing his son is Supreme Personality of Godhead, great runner, she began to following Krishna to catch him. Because every time the gopis complain that Krishna is stealing butter. Now Krishna was red-handedly caught by Josodamaya. So therefore, Josodamaya wanted to chastise him, running after him to catch. While following Krishna, Mother Josoda, or within West, overburdened by her heavy breast, naturally had to reduce her speed. Because she followed Krishna very swiftly, her hair became loose. The flowers in her hair were falling after her. Yet she did not fail to capture her son. See, yet she did not fail to capture her son Krishna. So we have a transcendental race. We are also running. Every day we are running after Maya. So as a result, we have been put in different spaces of life, undergoing obnoxious principal misery of repeated birth and death. We are struggling for existence. We are in this Maya, tortured, tormented, rotten, rotating and rotting in this material world. Because we are not running after Krishna like Josodamaya. We are running after Maya. That is a good lesson that if we run after Maya, we will have a problem. My way or Maya way, Krishna say in Bhagavad Gita, 1858. You want to run after Maya from day and night, then you cannot get Krishna. We have to be like Josodamaya. Although we are not so exalted, we are not so capable, but still we should run after Krishna to capture Krishna. Krishna se tomara Krishna Krishna boli dhai tava poche poche. Bhakti Vinod Thakur, I am to running after people who have Krishna because I cannot run. I cannot, like Josodamaya, can capture Krishna. Therefore, I need help. I need Vaishnavas who have the Krishna. So I should run after that Vaishnava. It's like running after Krishna. So we have to run after Krishna like Josodamaya. And Josodam, by this endeavoring, despite our incapacity, disqualification, we must run after Krishna. We must desire. Laulammi ekamulyam. We have to have an intense desire to get Krishna. Krishna prema, Krishna bhava rasa bhavitamati, kriyatam kupi, kriyatam labhyate. Kriyatam jadi labhyate. Laulammi ekamulyam. Intense desire to capture Krishna. Otherwise, we cannot. So Jasoda Maya here did not fail to capture her son. Although Krishna is great runner, but Jasoda Maya managed to capture because of his intense desire to capture Krishna. Krishna is now willingly to be captured by him. That is called capture the uncapturable, who cannot be captured by the yogis, anybody, Brahma, Lord Shiva, but he is captured. Even Uddhava, nobody can capture. When caught by Mother Jasoda, Krishna became more and more afraid, admitted to being an offender. As she looked upon him, she saw that he was crying, his tears mixing with black ointment around his eyes. As he rubbed his eyes with his hands, he smeared the ointment all over his face. Mother Jasoda, catching her beautiful son by the hand, mildly began to chastise him. It is very good, very good. Rudantamuhunnetra idmamuchantam taram bhaja yugmena santapanetra. Muhusasakam patri rekhanka kanta itagraivam damodaram bhakti badam. Bhakti badam, that Supreme Lord who cannot be bound is unbound, but he can be bind the unbound. He can be bound by the rope of the love of Krishna, bound by the devotee's love. Now he was captured, and Krishna is now afraid and crying. By the glance of his Maya, makes entire all the living entity from Brahma to cry. Just by the glance of his Maya. And that personality, whose Maya is serving him as a maid servant, Icchan Rupa Pijasa Chestata Govindam. That personality's Maya is under his control. Maya Dakshana Prakriti Swate Sacharam. That personality is now captured and afraid and tears, full of tears in the eyes. So much contradiction, so much enigma, mystery of this Krishna's. So much apparent contradiction. That is called Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratitavistavi. So reciprocating with devotee, he comes under the control of the devotee. Aham mi bhakta paradhina, na sutantra rati. Durvasa Muni approaching Krishna, that please save me from your chakra. I cannot do anything, although it is my weapon, because I am under control of my devotee Ambrish Maharaj. You have offended, you go there. He may forgive you, but I cannot do anything. Aham bhakta paradhina. I have no authority. I am no swatantra, independence. That is called Krishna Lila. That is called Damodar Lila. Mother Jasoda was always overwhelmed by intense love for Krishna. Not knowing who Krishna was, how powerful he was because of material affection for Krishna, she never even cared to know who he was. Therefore, when she saw her son had become excessively afraid, she threw the stick away, desired to bind him so that he would not commit any further naughty activity. So, in order to prevent so many complaints coming, in order to prevent, and red-handedly caught also this time. So, he wanted to chastise him, but not by this, beating him. Just to bind him. So he throw the stick. That is the way how a children should be treated. Although children are very naughty by nature, but they should not be beaten. It's a lesson also. They should not be beaten. Rather mildly chastise to rectify them, reform them. And in these cases, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Josadamaya do not know. The sweetness of Krishna eclipse his greatness. Jasodamaya do not know that whom he is going to chastise, whom he is going to is catching, he is nothing, none other than Supreme Lord, whose mere glance of Maya chastise everybody in this material world. What to speak about? What to speak about? Whose mere name Even the fear, relieving us from the fear personified. Fear by the fear personified. By simply uttering his name, is fears by fear personified. That is stated in Bhagavatam. Apannasam sitam goram, yan vivati soyam bhayam. By simply by his name uttering, the personified, fear personified fears. Yasodamaya do not know that. That is the loving reciprocation, where the greatness of Krishna is eclipsed by his sweetness. The Supreme Personality of Godhead has no beginning, no end, no exterior, no interior, no front, no near. In other words, he is all pervading because he is not under the influence of the element of time. For him, there is no difference between past, present, future. He exists in his own transcendental form at all times. Being absolute beyond relativity, he is free from distinction between cause and effect, although he is the cause and effect of everything. Now, that unmanifested person who is beyond the perception of the senses had now appeared as human child mother, and Mother Jasoda, considering him her own child, bound him to the wooden mortar with rope. Now Jasodamaya is binding him. It's kind of bind the unbound. Who can bind the Krishna? Nobody can even dare. That personality is now bound by the rope. Actually, he is not bound by the rope of Mother Jasoda, but bound by the rope of the love, rope of the rapture. Krishna cannot be bound by ordinary rope. Rope of the love, Krishna bound. Bhakta mama vijananti, aham bhakta paradina, aham bhakta mamordita. Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, full of that. Only way to capture Krishna is bhakti. Bhakti tu tasya madhava. Without bhakti, there is no question of binding Krishna. So here Jasodamaya is binding rope of the rapture, rope of the law, not the ordinary ropes. Ordinary ropes cannot bind Krishna. When Mother Jasoda was trying to bind the offending child, she saw that binding rope was sought by distance with 2 fingers. See, 2 fingers. In Krishna books, it is said 2 inches. Dui angula, by measurement of 2 fingers. Thus, she bought another rope to join it. So, when Mother Jasoda caught Krishna and in a wooden grinding mortar, hey, she wants to bind Krishna with rope, but rope is sort of 2 inches. So she borrowed or she brought some ropes to add and bind. This new rope was also sought by a measurement of 2 fingers, and when another rope was joined to it, it was still 2 fingers too short. As many ropes as she joined, all of them failed, their shortness could not overcome. The Mother Jasoda joined whatever the ropes were available in the household, but still she felt in her attempt to bind Krishna. Mother Jasoda friends, the elderly gopi in the neighborhood, were smiling and enjoying the fun. Similarly, Mother Jasoda, also laboring in that way, was also smiling. All of them were struck with wonder. That is called Krishna Lila. They are trying to bind the supreme controller. My dear Mother Jasoda, don't you know that your son is not your just ordinary son? He is the supreme Ishvara Parama Krishna. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Maruta Stunmanti Dibbastavi Vedai Sangha Upanishadaya Gayanti Yam Samaga Dhyana Vasishta Tadgatena Manasa Paschanti Yam Jogina Jaschantana Vidusurasara Gana Devi Tasmei Namaha. Supreme controller who is the Brahma, Indra, Varuna, Vedas, they are praying with the word of Vedas. All yogis are praying to Lord, meditating on Him. That supreme controller, Mother Jasoda is trying to bind. Therefore, she could not able to bind it. Who can bind? As soon as he tried to bind, his so many energy, Krishna has Parasya Shakti Vivideva Shrote. They are working, they're stopping, preventing of Yashoda Maya. Yashoda Maya, sorry, my mother, don't you know that your Lord is supreme controller? You cannot bind just ordinary child. No, sorry, you cannot bind him. No possibility. Parashta Shakti Vivideva Shruvate. Natasya karyam jo vidate. Natas samascha adhikasya dushyate. Parashta Shakti Vivideva Kriyate. Jnana karma bala kriyacha. His energy is automatically stopping him, just like a big person is going. All this jet commander, what is called security person, always preventing somebody is coming to meet the great personality, very VIPs. What to speak out the supreme VIP, Krishna? All his secretary, all his energy is coming in front of Jashoda Maya. To prevent him, you cannot bind, sorry. You may try with ropes, millions of ropes, all the ropes of entire world you can join. You cannot bind Supreme Controller. They were preventing Yashoda Maya. Then finally, because the mother Yashoda hard labor, her whole body became covered with perspiration. The flowers and the comb were falling from her hair. When the child Krishna saw his mother thus fatigued, he became merciful to her, agreed to be bound. That is the thing. The point is there, two finger shortage, I already mentioned you. One finger is you have to perspire, you have to labor hard. You have to work for Krishna, work hard for Krishna. That will draw the attention, that will invoke the mercy of Krishna. First finger represents, according to Vishwanath Chakravarti, parishrama. Here it is a parishrama. Dushtva, very, very nice verse. This is a beautiful verse. Wow, Krishna, why Krishna allows to be bound? So Mathus Sunna Grataya Dushta Parishrama Krishna. Dushta Parishrama means labor. We should work for Krishna, work hard. Parishrama means work hard, labor. Kirpaya Sita So Bandhane. Then we need also causeless mercy of Krishna. Mercy of Krishna and also Parishrama. Two things when together we can bind Krishna. In our devotional service, we should execute the devotional service with sincerity, with hard work, and also always praying for the mercy of Krishna. If we have two things, we can bind Krishna, just like Yashoda Maya binding Krishna. Krishna is another energy called Kurpa. He is very merciful, very compassionate. The mercy energy is coming and allowing Yashoda Maya to bind him. That is about Krishna Lila. That is about Damodara Lila. This is the essence and quintessence of Damodara Lila. The supreme controller is controlled by the next verses. It is stated the essence of Bhagavad Gita, essence of this Damodara Lila. Today's class topics is about essence of Damodara Lila. Here it is said that Evam Sandarsita hi anga harina bhuttavasyate. O Maharaj Parikshit, this entire universe with great exalted demigods like Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, Lord Indra is under control of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yet the Supreme Lord has one special transcendental attribute. He comes under the control of his devotee. This was now exhibited by Krishna in his pastime. That is the essence of that, how the supreme control can be controlled by the pure love of devotee. And with one more verses, we will end this one. There are another verses also in this regard. So Lord want to exhibit to entire world. Darsayam tadvidham loko atmanam vittavasyatam. So here it is very important. To pure devotee throughout the world who could understand his activity, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna exhibited how much he can thus be subdued by his devotee, his servant. In this way, increase the pleasure of Brajabasi by his childhood activity. He wants to so exhibit this pastime to show everyone that I only can be bound, I can only be subdued and controlled by the pure love of Godhead. Iti driksvalila vir ananda kunde swagasam nimanjatam akhyapayantam तोदीयसितगेषु भक्तिर्दितातं पुनः प्रेमतस्तं सतावृत्ति बंदे. He wants to exhibit these activities to show to one those who are engaged in this in his majesty and opulences, knowledge and majesty and opulences, that Krishna only can be subdued by the pure love, not by any other thing. So bhakti is very, very paramount priority, paramount important. With bhakti, one can control Krishna. So whole idea of this pastime to induce us, deepen our love for Krishna, so that we can capture Krishna in our heart. जय श्री दामोदर लीला की जय, मंथरा श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, निताय गौर हरि हरि।